So normally I would be talking to the students at this point, and I would be explaining, asking them while they're listening, what kind of music is this? Is this, where is this from? What language do you hear? And they will probably say Spanish at some point. And that is when I will go into my lecture talk. So this is kind of awkward, not really sure how this should go, but so I would listen to more of that. We would all listen to more of that and kind of hear how he's pronouncing things. We'd talk about it just a little bit more. And then we'd go right in, we'd jump right in. So what kind of Spanish, I will ask the students, what kind of Spanish do you all think this is? You're exactly right that it's Spanish, but I'll give you two choices. You can either say Latin American Spanish, or you can say Spanish European Spanish, or Castilian Spanish. And they will guess a few times, maybe hopefully not having such a great background in this, so it'll be easier for me to teach. And I will say, you are exactly right, it is Castilian Spanish, great guess. So Castilian Spanish is spoken in central to northern Spain, and it's notably in Castile, Madrid, and Salamanca. So when I was doing a little bit of research on this at Madrid University, they said, and I quote, "The regions that speak Castilian Spanish are proud of their accent because it's regarded as the best kind of Spanish one can speak." So maybe perhaps a little bit biased, but in doing a little bit of research on this, I have found that it is actually quite fun to speak. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me pass you all out a piece of paper that has all of the IPA resource you are ever going to need about Castilian Spanish, Central and Northern Spain. I will go ahead and pass that out. Blah, blah, blah. You will get that eventually. All right, so that is all passed out. Wonderful. So let's take a look at the vowels first. I know that there are just so many different ones. This goes through the entire alphabet. But as of right now, so let's just go through ah. Ah is our first one, and we will talk about ah. So ah will be an open A, and it will look like this. Will you all say casa? Casa, and they will say casa. Will you say father? Father. So you notice how your jaw is totally dropped. It's kind of bright almost. Father, casa. That will be any kind of A you see in all positions. So that's great. Let's move on. Moving on, you're looking further in the sheet and you see the E. We're going to E, but in all positions it's pronounced eh, as in this example is set or bed, and you can write this like this. E, what kind of E is this? Is this open or closed? When I say bed instead of bade, bed, what kind of E is this? It is open. You are all exactly right. So let's go ahead and erase these. And let's go to the letter I. Going to the letter I further. So when Castilian Spanish speakers say yes, what do they say? Do they say si or do they say si? They say si. Great. So it is always an open or closed I. When I like to teach, I like to ask a lot of questions. So that's why this is extremely hard for me right now. Yes, it is closed, C. And so I would write that like that. And you all can see that. And I'm laughing at myself because I am in the room by myself. Okay. Moving on further, the letter O. O is always open in Castilian Spanish, so it's O. O, we all do that. O, great. An example of this is the word more. 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 Yes, very, very nice. When you say the word amo. Amo. Great. how do you all write open O? This is how I like to do it. Just like that. Great. Moving forward. The letter U. It is always closed in Castilian Spanish. So will you say food? Food. Yes, nice and closed. All right, great. So those are all the vowels. Let's really dive into vowels, and I'll give you all an example that we'll work on just a little bit further, which has a lot of consonants intertwined, which we'll totally get to. But as of right now, here's an example that we can just focus right now on the vowels. So I will pass out another piece of paper with a musical example. Da-da-da-da-da. Passing, passing, passing. Great, I hope this is still recording. Yes, it is. Great. Passing that all out. Awesome. Looking good. All right. So, this is a musical excerpt from the Cancionero Popular de la Provincia de Madrid. So, this means a popular songbook from the province of Madrid. This is a bunch of, it's a compilation of folk songs, which is pretty awesome. It was published from 1951 to 1960, and Manuel Garcia Mantos is the publisher of this. And so this is just a very, very short excerpt. I know we don't have that much time, but this can just like tack in. If you look at number 198 in this sheet, we're in 2-4. What is the first vowel that you will do? Is it a closed E or an open E? It is an open E. We will all repeat after me and say, eh. We say, esta, esta. So you notice how I didn't say esta, right? Cool. So that means that I'm dentalizing my T's. That is, all across the board, you're always going to dentalize your T's in Castilian Spanish. So great. Let's see if we can say this word all together. Estaban. Estaban. And maybe almost I could do it a little bit brighter as well. Will you do that with me? Estaban. Great. And you notice how I didn't say estaban. This is another thing. I know we're concentrating more on vowels, but this is you make that a Z sound if it is right after a vowel. No, that's not right. Let me check real fast. It's before voiced consonants. So, it's before, or within a word group. So, this just means we are within a word group, so we say estaban. If it was at the end, not after a voiced consonant or before a voiced consonant, then it would be an S sound, just the regular S sound. So great. Will you say that again? Estaban. Estaban. Great. So, what is the next E coming up? We know this. It's the same all across the board. You know it. It's an open E. Great. So will you say estaban tres? Estaban tres. Great. So you notice how I flipped my R? I didn't roll it. This is a tricky rule. We won't go into it too much right now, but it is flipped in this case. So will you just write that in on your sheet? Yeah, looking good. I love that. Okay. So moving on, we have N-I-N-A-S. So what is the letter I going to sound like? E. This is always super confusing to me. Yes, exactly. So ni, and this N IPA. Niñas. Will you say that? Niñas. And you notice how that S is pronounced like an S because it is niñas. Will you say that one more time? Niñas. Let's go from the beginning, saying that all together. Estaban tres niñas. Estaban tres niñas. Let's see if we can move on. There's not really too many super foreign letters moving on. We say bordando, bordando. And will you tell me right in the front, what do you think, how do you pronounce the next word? Corbatas. Corbatas. That's beautiful. I love the way that you flipped your R as well and kept the O, although it is nice and O, it is open. That was super great. And also, I liked that you didn't have a Z at the end. It was an S. So that's so awesome. This next word, you know con, easy enough. Moving on. A, which is ah, correct. Yes. You, ooh, ahu. This G is so hard. It's the IPA symbol is just like this. Which I learned is kind of a ooh, like a oh, and the J is a ah, which is this. So we repeat after me and say agujas, agujas. Beautiful. One more time. Agujas. Yeah. Let's just keep saying it. Just keep saying it. Agujas, agujas, agujas. I'm walking around the room, making sure that they're doing it correctly, and wonderful. Looking good. We say de oro. De oro. That's sounding so good. De dales. De dales. I like to maybe put the emphasis on the middle syllable. De dales. Will you say that? De dales. Especially when we're singing, which we will in a second after we speak this in rhythm. De plata. De plata. Yes, I love the digitalized T. Sounding great. Okay. Let's speak this in rhythm. Okay? 1 and 2 and esta. 1 and 2 and estaban tres niñas bordando corbatas con agujas de oro de dales de plata. And we will not take the repeat, but that was a great question. Yes, so we are moving right on through this. Sounding really good. Will you speak this once on your own? Ready, go. Great. Let's sing it. Will you all please stand, stretch up nice and tall? Sounding really good. Let's do that one more time for me because I know I messed up just a bit. Great. And we would probably do this in potentially in a round. That would work out. I haven't really worked it out yet. But we would do this potentially in a round. Definitely do it without my help, but also do it a cappella so I could walk around and make sure that everybody is doing these vowels all together in unison. Also taking a look at the bottom system. If you all will take a look at that, going back kind of into teacher mode, not talking to this camera. Going back, de-o is 2 syllables on a quarter note, so we would definitely split that up into 2 eighth notes. But we could get to that, but I believe that we are out of time. So that is pretty much it. So my closure is to all sing it together. I know that we didn't have a ton of time going over vowels, things like that, but we sang it, we looked at the vowels, and that is the end of my presentation. Thank you to my non-existent audience.